N8JE and WX8G.
WX8G and 8JEN, go ahead.
Did you get the message I left you on the phone?
Yep, I sent you a text, but it didn't go out until just now. I apologize. But yeah, we got it.
Okay. I got in earlier than I thought I was this evening. Didn't think that I'd be able to make it. But if you want to, go ahead. And I may have to talk to you about something there where I'm working there at the trucking place. They got a couple of trucks over there at the dock. And anyway, so these two trucks, me and somebody else, will be running those. And so they try to get those barges emptied out as quickly as they can because of it costs them so much money a day for every day past 3 days. So I might check with you there, and the way it's looking, I may need somebody to do the nets. That wouldn't be any problem.
Yeah, as long as we're not out on a job and we got Tom for helping out too, we can all handle it. No, not a problem.
Okay. Well, I'll let you go ahead and get started, but I just want to check, make sure. So anyway, I'll let you get on with the net. WX8G.
Okay, WX8G and 8JEN. Good evening. This is the Portsmouth Radio Club 2-meter net going into session. My name is Jennifer. My call sign is N8JEN.
And my name is Mike. Call sign is N8MRB.
And we will be your net control operators this evening. This net meets on the N8QA repeater. This net is an open net to all amateur radio operators, and all are encouraged to participate. The only requirement is a valid call sign belonging to you. If at any time during this net, per FCC rules, there is emergency or priority traffic, this net will yield to such traffic and assist with such traffic. This traffic should be directed to net control call sign N8JEN and the name Jennifer.
Or N8MRB, name is Mike. At this time, we'll start the check-in process. Please give your call sign and name slowly and phonetically. Who wants to be first to check into the Portsmouth Radio Club 2-meter net? Please call your sign, and we will get your information.
Kilo 8 Delta Mike Kilo Daniel, Soda Furnace, Ohio.
W8XDB Dave.
Whiskey 3, Whiskey Victor Alpha, Greg.
Kilo Echo 8 Charlie X-Ray Juliet, Bob.
AB8 SRN, Gary. John in Eeltown.
Double with Gary, could you give us your call again, please?
Kilowatt Charlie 8 Juliet Romeo Echo, John in Eeltown.
Not that. Anybody else wishing to sign into the net?
Well, I'll get the third part of the Muletown crowd. Kilo Delta 8 Whiskey Tango Golf, Tom.
There's the trifecta. Okay. Anybody else like to sign in at this time?
November 8, Charlie Sierra Mike. The name is Craig.
Sounds like like somebody might have doubled with Craig. Could you come back again on that, please?
WX8G, Gary. Wheelersburg. I got a listing.
To Gary, I do want to remind everybody, this is normally Gary's trader net, and he called us in to help out here when he thought he was going to run late, but he didn't, which we're happy that he's here with us. So if you do have anything to put up for sale or trade on tonight's net, you're welcome to do so, and we will help you list that here. Anybody else want to sign in tonight?
Papa Quebec. This is Bill.
Kilo Daniel. WX8DB Dave. W3WBA Greg out in Spring Valley. KE8BXJ Bob. KB8SRN Gary. KC8JRE John. KD8WTG Tom. N8BSM Craig, and WX8G Gary. If I've missed anyone or got your call sign wrong, please let me know. And if not, anybody else like to check in before we start down the list?
Jennifer, I think there was a trouble with you on your transmission there when you first came in. Not sure, but you might check.
Okay, and someone else just doubled with you there, so whoever that was, could you please come back again?
Kilo Echo 8, Quebec, Papa Quebec, Bill.
Got you that time, Bill. Was there anyone else? Okay, let's head out the Scioto Furnace there. Daniel, how are you this evening?
Well, good evening, Mike and Jennifer. Today's been a great day. Hey, thank you for picking up the net and doing the net tonight. You guys are doing a fine job. But not much today. Just got back from the boat shop over there. Been doing some reloading, and that's about all I've been into today. Went down and picked up medicine, which you gotta have, and other than that's been about it. So that's all I got on this end. I hope everybody stays dry and stays warm. It is foggy out here tonight, so if you got to be out, be careful. So I'll turn it back to net control, KDMK.
Well, Daniel, I'm glad you enjoyed this beautiful day. I sure did too. Still stuck in the shop, but got to step out a couple of times, and it was really nice. You say you were reloading at the boat shop?
Yeah, we were reloading some shells. They had a few that they wanted to reload, so I jumped in there and helped them reload up some shells, and it's quite fun. I'm getting into that a little bit, so it's a pretty good hobby too. So yeah, that's what I was doing. KDMK, back to net control.
Well, thank you for the info there. Now, I've used reloads when I used to go out on the range a lot, but never reloaded. So that's good to know that you've got that skill there. We'll keep that in mind, sir. Next on the list, Jennifer.
That would be Dave, WX8DB. How are you this evening?
N8JEN, N8MRB, W3WVA.
That's my advanced license previously, and then when I lost it, got it back, they sent me back to a general because advanced. But, I don't know why I'm going to look that one up. It was either 7/13/20 or it was 5 something. Oh my, maybe someone else can correct me here.
Okay, it was 5 words a minute for the novice and the tech, plus it was 13 words per minute for the general. Then to get your advanced, you didn't have to have any more codes than 13. And then for extra, you had to do 20 words a minute. So back to you guys, WXHD.
Thank you, Gary. I was close, but wasn't for sure. I thought it started at 5. That answer your question for you there?
Oh, recheck.
Go ahead, Bob.
KE8CXJ. Hey, thank you, everybody, for figuring that out. That's not too bad. That wouldn't have been too bad at all. Okay, thank you all much. This is Bob, KE8CXJ.
You're quite welcome. Greg, did you get your radio back up yet? W3WVA?
Oh yeah, N8JEN. I don't know if you can hear me or not. W3WVA. The KG4DVE repeater is not repeating your signal, so I don't even know if I'm making it in. Back to you.
You are now, Greg. Didn't hear you the first time around, but we do hear you now, so if you want to say a few words, go right ahead.
Okay, that's very encouraging. I had to switch off of the KG4DVE repeater and come to the N8QA repeater here in Spring Valley. I'm glad I'm hitting it. I do have the freebie still, 1 week left. I've got an old Archer rotor for, it's a 3-wire rotor for, it's just a controller now that will control the rotor. I also have a slew of IDE hard drives. They're the ones that take the ribbon cable. And I've got 280 gigabytes, 260 gigabytes, and a 40 and a 20 gigabyte. They're all for free. If you want to get a hold of me on my QRZ page, W3WVA, and I will meet you, and you can have them for absolutely free. I don't know how strong I'm getting into you guys, but I'll go ahead and turn it back to Net Control and say thank you, Mike and Jennifer, for taking over the net tonight. W3WVA.
Back in the 60s, the mid-60s. I don't know how long it went on, but it used to be you had to have perfect copies during the test. And when I took the general, it was you just had to be able to make out the message. So that was a big help for me. But boy, perfect copy, that'd be kind of tough, I guess. Maybe John can elaborate on that a little more. I know he's been through that. Back to you. Thanks again. KB8SRN 73.
Well, that's very interesting, and like Jennifer said, she went through that. Luckily, I didn't, or I probably wouldn't be on here right now. But and some of you guys, I know a lot of the people that have come before me have all gone through that test as well, and probably maybe dreaded it in a way. I know I've thought about trying it to at least get that 5 words per minute, and somehow I always seem to elude it. But that's the way it is, I guess, with us newer folk coming into it that haven't had to take it. And some people say that kind of sours the pot on things, of not having to learn stuff. But it opened it up so I could be here. But with that, I'm going to let Jennifer call the next name here, and we're going to get back into this.
That would be John, KCHJRE. Good evening, John.
Good evening, Jan, Mike, and everyone else on the net. Good to hear everybody. Well, the question about the coat speed, Gary was really close. I was thinking it was 5:13 and 21. I know when I took the code test years ago, I had to take the 21 word per minute test, and you had to listen, take notes, and then you took a multiple choice answer test on what you received. And I felt that I was extremely lucky to get by that fastest code speed. But anyway, now it's not required, so it's all well and good, I guess. I did want to mention something. I don't really have anything to sell or trade, but I do have something I'll give away, and it will probably only be interesting, or the interested parties would probably just be some of the new hams. And I've got probably 75, 80, and maybe to as many as 100 copies of QST magazine. And I really hate to just put them in a recycle bin. If someone would like to have a few copies, or all of them, or any specific copies, specific month and year, I have quite a few to select from. So if anybody, any new hams or anybody at all interested in any of the QST magazines all the way up to now, is interested in anything, drop me an email, and my email on QRZ is good. So I just wanted to make that statement. And with that, I'll turn it back to Net Control. And Jen, Mike, you guys, everybody else on the net, have a nice evening. This is KCHJR, you're back to Net Control.
Thank you, John. That's a very generous offer. Can I ask what city you're in, just in case someone wants to meet you or something?
Well, I'm in Muletown, Minford, and I'm real close to the Muletown Mini Mart. So, and again, they're free. So, if anybody's interested, I'll be glad to meet somebody somewhere, wherever.
All righty, that sounds like a good deal for someone. Appreciate you putting those up. You have a good evening. And we're still going to stay in Muletown, too, here, and talk to Tom, KD8WTG. How are you this evening, Tom?
Well, good evening, Jennifer and Mike. You're doing a great job, as always, and appreciate you doing this. I need to add Danny, whenever he called me this afternoon and invited me to, and I didn't. I was in Waverly. And I know he had beans for supper at the airport, so I didn't want to add that to his day. He'll maybe get a chuckle out of that. Okay. Yeah, I went to Portsmouth, Piketon, and Waverly today. Calls and different stops and deliveries today, doing that, and it rained on me on and off. I didn't melt or anything, doggone it. So I've been doing all right, hanging in there, and I'm glad to hear everybody on the net tonight. Hope everybody's doing well and staying safe. So some of these places have opened up, and I just want to keep the cautions for a little bit. So, all right, back to Net Control, KD8WTG. Everybody have a good night.
Oh, that's nice that you mentioned that he had beans today. But I'll tell you what, I love a big pot of beans with a lot of onions in it. Soup, beans, and cornbread, onions just can't be wrong. And I'm sure he got a chuckle out of that. So I'm going to let Jennifer take it back to the next person on the list here, and unless she's got something else to say. Oh, yeah, it's about time to ID here.
For those that just tuned in, this is the Portsmouth Radio Club 2-meter net, and my call sign is November 8, Juliet Echo November, Jennifer.
And November 8, Mike Romeo Bravo, Mike.
And that brings us down to Craig, N8CSM. Good evening, Craig.
This is N8CSM. Do you copy since I'm probably on mobile and I'm just going down into a valley and not sure if I can get the repeater?
We can hear you just fine. Go right ahead.
Okay. This is my first time on the net, and I do appreciate you guys. So I just wanted to check in, and I am mobile. So I just wanted to say hello, first of all, and then I'll probably be following up with check-ins later next week or sometime in the near future and see how things are going. So thank you very much. Back to you, Net Control.
Well, Craig, we thank you for checking in with us, and we do have happenings here 5 days a week on this repeater, and we are linked to Ashland, Kentucky as well through theirs. So we like to expand. We like to hear people from all over. This is an open net, and we really appreciate you checking in with us, sir.
CSM, I thank you very much, and I'll be checking in again. So 7-3 to you guys, and have a good evening. CSM.
All right, 7-3 to you also, Craig. That brings us down to Gary, WXHG, and I heard he had listings tonight.
Well, good evening, Jennifer, Mike, and everybody. Thank you guys so much. I didn't even know if I would even be home this time. Because when they get started loading that salt off onto the trucks, you just have to keep rolling. And so I figured sure as anything that I would be there, until it get dark. But anyway, you guys are doing a great job, and I appreciate you doing it for me. So if you want me to, I will go ahead with the listing.
Sure thing. I have my ink pen ready.
Okay, have a Bofang UV5R HT. It has the regular size of battery and the charger for it. And we have it for $10. $10. Boy, I tell you, it's hard to find anything ham that cheap. But anyway, that's what we have. Okay, I have a 10-tech power supply. I plugged it in and it didn't appear to be working. I haven't had time to check fuse or anything in it. But anyway, we'll let that go for $50. Also have a 10-meter mobile. I haven't tried it out, but I don't know how much you guys know, but usually a 10-meter mobile will hit $100 or more. But anyway, I have it for $50. Have a Yaesu speaker. I haven't tried it out, but if you look in the book there, as far as those speakers from Yaesu, this one's used. I have no idea if it works. $50. Have a 3-element 6-meter beam, and it's just like brand new. $40. I dropped it. $10. I have a Astron RS20, and it is a 20-amp power supply. And so I dropped it $10. It's $40. And then I have an Astron 7-amp power supply. And anyway, let's slash the price in half. $10 for that. So if you're interested in any of these things, you can call me after the net. But anyway, telephone number is 740-888-8255. 250-4955. And John, if you're listening out there, I'm not avoiding you or anything. I just been so busy, had a lot of things going on. But we'll get together there soon. So don't give up on me. So, back to you guys. WXAG, back to net.
Oh, thank you, Gary, and thank you for the listings. Folks, you heard it from Gary. He's got a lot of things to move there, and we will repeat all the things that are for sale at the end of the net so that everybody can hear everything and know what you're looking at. And with that, Jennifer, do we have another?
Well, that brings us to Bill, KE8QPQ. The floor is yours.
Radio and emergency.
Still with us, listening? Okay, we'll come back to him here shortly then. That brings us to the bottom of the list. Anyone else like to check into the Portsmouth Radio Club 2-meter net?
Okay, and for tonight, I'm going to go ahead and check myself in. That's November 8th, Mike Romeo Bravo, Mike. And today we worked at the shop.
Net recognized Keith in HDKB and Dave KG8NY and further check-ins. Right, Greg, W3WVA got you in out this evening. Thanks for checking in. Have a good evening. Further check-ins for this evening's net.
It's like off the road, so I'm hoping that he never has that experience again, because I'm sure that could be pretty scary. But we have that in this area, which is kind of nice for people that need a different way to get somewhere. I'm going to turn it over and let Jennifer do check-in.
Okay, I guess it's time for me to check myself in here. November 8th, Echo November. And I really don't have a lot to talk about tonight. I'm so busy everybody else here. It's a very nice day out. A little bit of rain. Current temperature here in Rosemelt's about 56 degrees. And I haven't gone out to see if we've still got any more rain. But, yeah, just petting the cat and getting on the radio. Not much happening here.
Normal a little bit. I've had those vaccinations waited out and whatnot, so we...
Anybody else wants to check in? We'll go ahead and go over the list of what's up for sale. And let Mike read that in just a minute.
Someone tried to check in, Jen.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, Jen, this is W3WVA checking in again. It seems I've, I didn't hear anything after we lost the KG4DVE repeater, and then when I came back on VHF, I lost you, but you seem to be coming clear in Spring Valley on UHF. Do you copy me?
Yeah, sure do. You're coming through just fine. And yes, I'm on the 70 centimeter instead of the 2-meter because I can hit it easier from the house.
Okay, thank you very much. I was just make sure it was no problems on my end. I'm getting a lot of noise and stuff, but I can read the net. Thanks again. I appreciate it. W3WVA, back to net control.
No problem at all. And thank you for the information. I'll let Mr. Sullivan know about that as soon as we talk to him, see if there's an issue or if it's just conventions. Hard to tell. So we're going to run back over the list here. Yeah, Greg has an Archer rotor with a 3-wire controller. It's just the controller, not the rest of it. And if you need to be interested in it, or he's also got IBE hard drives, 280s, let's see, 260s I think that says, and a 40 and a 20. You can check out his email address on his QRZ page. Those drives and all of that are free, no charge at all. So if you can use them, don't be shy. We'd like to find them a new home. And then we have let's see. I have some listings from KCHJRE John. He has anywhere between 75 and 100 QST magazines. And he said just look up his email address on QRZ also if you are interested in any or all of them. I'll break for a second. And then Gary, WXHG, has several listings. Now, Gary, I told you I'd take that bell phone if you happen to be in our neighborhood. If nobody else wants it, stop by and see me. That's a bell phone UV5R with a regular battery and a charger for $10. If someone else needs that, feel free to grab it. If not, I'll take that. He has a 10-tech power supply that isn't working right now, but it's $50. That seems to be a pretty good price on that if you know how to make that work. 10-meter mobile not tested, $50. A Yaesu speaker for $50. And a 3-element 6-meter beam at $40. And an Astron RS20 20-amp power supply. Those are nice. I've got one. They're 40. He marked that down to $40. And an Astron 7-amp power supply for $10. And if you're interested in any of that, give Gary a call, 740-250-4955. And with that, we're going to make one final plea here for anyone who would like to check into the Portsmouth Radio Club 2-meter net. Quit laughing at me, Mike. And last call for terminally late check-in.
Okay, at this point, I would like to thank everyone who checked in and those who stood by while the net was being conducted. We had 12 check-ins tonight on this 2-meter net. There was also a trader's net, normally handled by Gary, and we're filling in tonight, hopefully well enough. He's proud of us and not going to shame us for this. But and I want to thank everybody for real, because getting to hear everybody on here and all just makes the day end a little brighter. 73s to all, and good night. And we're going to return this the NAQA repeater back to normal use. And I'd like to say good night to everyone. This is NHMRB and
this is NHJES signing off. Good evening, everyone. Go ahead, Daniel.
Did you say Gary had a bow frame for sale in a chart?